Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are seeing the S&P 500 and stock markets in general being down quite a bit today. We are seeing the S&P itself being down by 0.6%, we are seeing the Nasdaq being down by 1.35, the Russell being down by 0.78, and the Dow Jones being down by 0.072. That's been bouncing between red and green. However, with about 2 hours to go until the markets do close, it seems unlikely that this trend will change. And this brings us on to the stock that we're looking at today, as we're going to be looking at OPENDOOR stock, which I think at the moment is not doing that bad at all. Now, what leads me to say that, especially when the stock is down by 2.7% today? Well, a few things do. One of the most important things to consider here with this stock, and it's something which you'll probably all know, is how much the stock has bounced in the last couple of weeks. Look back to where we were in July, and this stock was way back, right? Way back. Even in the early days back here, we've seen the stock being as low as 0.07. We've seen the stock being as low as all of these levels back here, right? However, despite coming all the way up to the 360 mark, 370 mark, this one right now is actually holding quite well. At the same time, I would still urge some caution with this one. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my personal thoughts and opinions based on what we are seeing right now. Do remember, this is just my thoughts, just my opinions, and absolutely not financial advice. You guys should still do your own research. However, if you do enjoy me talking about this stock, if you enjoy videos on this stock, please do give them a like, please do subscribe. It helps me a lot and it allows me to know that you guys want to see more content on this specific stock. Anyway, what stands out to me today? What stands out to me this week? Well, you guys will know that way back on the 13th, not too long ago, the stock price was sat round about 241. Considering that and considering the run that we have seen, a drop of today, 2.9%, not that bad at all. On the 5-day chart, you're now going to be seeing some slow, almost what you could call consolidation. However, I do still think there's some potential for this stock to go a little bit lower in the next couple of days, and I'll get onto that in a second. Now, to the upside, one thing that we struggled to break above, and this has been today, is really this level here. This level that we are seeing around 370, 371, we just can't seem to break above that. Struggling here, right? Just not having that ability right now. Again, a weak day in the markets overall, and we've seen this in the past both here as well, and actually here too. So this is a historically weak day, compared to some of the days that we've seen recently. However, not that bad. You could make the argument, especially now that we've seen this bottom of, we'll call it 350, 352, that we are now seeing a little bit of consolidation. However, I do still think it is too soon to say. I think there's a possibility of seeing this one drop to at least 338. Now, even that wouldn't be bad. The real trend that I would love to see for this stock is holding above 340, holding above 325. These have been our previous levels of support before. Holding on to these levels keeps us in this channel right between here and between here, and it keeps the next couple of days alive. You're going to be seeing that things are now starting to consolidate into a nice pattern very slowly. And again, we are now potentially looking for that leg up. Now, the thing is, guys, nobody can say for sure where this stock is going next. That should go without saying. But there are a few levels that I am looking at. Again, to the upside, we're looking to break out of these key levels. We want to see a push above 378. We want to see a push then above 380, 389, 390. A push past those levels takes us to the potential of seeing this one go much higher from there. However, at the moment, it's simply about seeing if we can turn tomorrow, the next day, and the day after that into green days. If we can see a little bit of green coming back into the stock, slowly, even if it's a couple of percentage points, I would consider that to be a massive win, especially compared to where we have been. If you guys are ready to get serious about trading for less than the price of a coffee every day, I've got to tell you about the new Patreon page that I have just launched. That's right, guys, I have a new Patreon. I'm going to be sharing everything on here, from my personal stocks that I am watching to pre-market updates, as well as a Discord group which I have started. It's going to allow you to access similar-minded, like-minded people who are also interested in sharing their knowledge about the markets. I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff over here, guys. There's going to be a lot of exclusive content coming in the next couple of weeks. But do bear in mind, for most of the tiers, spots are limited. The Market Scout, where you'll gain access to the Discord, prices will change after 150 members. At the moment, guys, I'm limited for time, so the Trader's Edge course and above, we're limiting the courses even lower, right? There's a limited amount of people who can join. At the same time, depending on the level of mentorship that you want, we have prices going all the way up from 1450 to the highest tiers over here that you can see. Again, if you're looking to take your journey to that next level, on these middle tiers, this is personally the one that I would recommend, even though it's not the most expensive. It costs less than a coffee every single day, and the amount of information that you'll get here, in my personal opinion, is absolutely worth the value. At the very least, guys, you can become a member for free. The link is down in the description, the comment section, and the bio. Just give it a look and see what you think. And of course, feel free to sign up if you're looking to take your journey even further. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the video. Do bear in mind, a lot of the broad markets are falling today. A lot of stocks are going down today. So considering that this one is actually doing quite well, actually holding up very good, this is a very good sign. This is a very optimistic sign. However, it's still too soon to say. Again, if we weren't to see those levels on the upside go, if we are to see this one continue to drop, I think there's some levels to the downside to watch. Again, 350 is going to be one. We're going to need to see this one hit and stay above 340, 330. If we can't do that, we could be looking to go even lower. However, I think that there is a middle to moderate possibility that we could see this one remain in this channel, right? Above 335, very good. Very, very good in my opinion. If we see tomorrow being a green day, I think that's a very optimistic sign, especially considering the way that markets have been today. Overall though, what I'm trying to say here is, yeah, we are down on this stock. Yes, things are technically moving the wrong direction. However, compared to a lot of other stocks, and especially, right, I need to really hammer this point home, a lot of stocks which have ran up so much, this one is holding out very well. Now, it should go without saying, and I must highlight this, right? This is a risk play. It's a risky play. You could make an argument it's a high risk, high reward play. There is still a lot of risk here, and there is still likely to be a lot of volatility here. But compared to what we have seen across the markets, this one holding up relatively well today. Does that mean it's a good entry point? Well, I'll leave that for you guys to decide. However, I am relatively impressed. Again, if the key levels that I pointed out here hold up, I think things are looking good, and I think things are now going the right way. Again, a break above these key levels at 380, 390, now we're on to better things. A push below these levels to the 340s, 330s is still relatively okay, still in that happy channel for me. However, a push below that is not going to be a good sign. Either way, guys, I'll be here to keep you updated in the next couple of days. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this based on what we are seeing, and I'd love to see how you are going to play this, so do drop it in the comments section below. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and I do hope I'll see you again. Goodbye.